shut it down in the club, getting fucked up. If you drunk, fuck them, put your fist up.
It's going down tonight. And while you're home, that's right.
Time to shut it down in the club.
Whoa, gentlemen. It has been a long ass time since I've been in the driver's seat here to bring you a new show. In fact, it's probably been almost 2 months, and man, life has been a trip. Life's been a whirlwind, and I'm just glad to be here, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But before I get to that, welcome, gentlemen, to the Monkman, Marl Kalone. This is season 1, episode 28, if you're counting. Now, here is exactly why I have not been on the waves here to talk to you for the last 2 months. As some of you know, I've had health problems, long-standing health problems for a number of years, and things got worse and worse, and they kind of came to a head the last couple months. Needless to say, I had some neck surgery, which was kind of expected. That sort of took, sort of didn't. But beyond that, just a week or two after that, I started having real, sincere breathing problems to the point where just walking a few steps, I thought I was going to pass out. My doctor put me in the hospital, thought I was going through heart failure, and I thought this may be the end of the road for me. Fast forward, we're about 2 weeks removed from that, 2.5 weeks removed. I checked out of the hospital after a few days. I've been doing ongoing testing to figure out what the problem is. Thank God that it isn't arteries that are totally clogged up. It isn't my heart giving out on me. I was born with an enlarged heart, so I thought maybe the heart was going bad. So far, all that checks out, so thank God I'm still here ticking and breathing because I feel like I still have things left to do in life. So, anyway, long story short, this is why I have not been here with you guys for the last couple months to finish this season 1 out and get started on season 2. So I'm incredibly happy to be back with you guys. I do feel like I am still blessed to be alive. And yeah, so let's start moving forward on today's major topic of discussion. Now, I thought I was going to be doing another show a few days ago on a different topic. I wasn't quite ready to come back to it. Every time I feel like I'm just about ready to get a show going, I just haven't felt physically up to it. But this topic for the show today is going to be kind of explosive for our community and also divisive, and I'm aware of that. I know that this person that I'll be talking about in a moment has an enormous legion of fans, but after something that I saw posted today from him, I have not just disappointment because I'm subscribed to his channel for a long time, and I've liked some of the content that he's done. Well, quite a bit of the content he's done. There's a lot of disappointment from me. I feel like we're being misled. Anyway, I'll get into all of that in a minute here, but let's just get right into it. Everybody who listens to this episode or listens to me with my small audience I have thus far is going to know who Turd Flying Monkey is. I mean, he probably has to be the biggest individual on YouTube as far as MGTOW and content surrounding MGTOW. He's been on here a long time. He has a shit ton of videos. So many so I've never seen all of them. There's no way I could sit down and watch all of them. But I've seen enough of them to know that he has some good content when I do watch. And, you know, I wouldn't say I'm like a fanboy of his, but I wouldn't say I'm a hater either. I've found some of his content to be intelligent and useful and informative at times. I'm certainly not going to knock him for that. Here's where the problem lies today, gentlemen. He had a new video go up. You'll see the graphic here in a moment. He had a new video go up today. And in a nutshell, this video is about a dildo or a butt plug type of product. And I'm going to try to keep this... I don't want to say scientific, but I want to use proper terms to describe these things, because I don't want this video to be pulled for being derogatory. I would like this video to stay up. I've already had one video that's been shut down, probably by feminists, but anyway, I don't want this to get shut down. So I'm going to try to use proper terms for things here, but anyway, this is a adult pleasure type product. It would be considered a dildo or an anal plug type product. Now, he was doing a review on this product on his channel. So far, I'm sure you're following me on this. Now, in itself, that is not a problem so far. I mean, many of us have probably had sexual toys, would be, I guess a basic term you could use, but sexual devices that we've used with women in the bedroom. So there's nothing wrong with that. Here's where I have a hang-up. He's talking not specifically about using this product with your female partner in the bedroom for sexual gratification, but he's talking about using this product as a male product up the male rectum. Now, as a man, and I would consider him a leader in the MGTOW, movement, but definitely in the MGTOW video world on YouTube. I would be nuts if I wouldn't say that he would be considered one of the leading authorities on YouTube. But for somebody, what I consider to be in a position of power, for MGTOW males, for men going their own way, for heterosexual males, if I could talk tonight, heterosexual males, for him to come out and, in my view, give advice that to me would be blatantly gay in nature, homosexual in nature, that's a misleading of straight heterosexual males about what is appropriate heterosexual behavior. Now, before I go any further, let me start out by saying a couple of things. One, I am not against gay or lesbian folks in any type of fashion whatsoever. I have close friends of mine that are gay. I have worked with gay and lesbian people my entire business career, and I think they're great people. They're just like the rest of us, other than their sexual orientation, perhaps. So there is no type of discriminatory attitude on my behalf towards them in any fashion whatsoever as far as that goes. So that would be the first point I want to make. The second point is, if you are not full-on homosexual, but if you are bisexual, that is also something that I am not speaking out against right now. Same thing would apply to that as well. The problem that I have is that he is passing off this review and this behavior of straight heterosexual males putting a sexual device up their rectums as straight male behavior. It is not. Period. Point blank. When you put a device that is designed to mimic in nature the shape, size, and function of a male penis up a male's rectum and anal area, that is homosexual or bisexual in nature. Think about it. If you were to say there is, let's give another example. If there was a male face, because it would have to be a male imitating type product. If there was a latex male face that was designed in essence to give males blowjobs, so to speak, to put your penis into the mouth orifice of this latex male face, clearly any reasonable male would say, yes, that is homosexual or bisexual in nature. You are imitating a male with that device. Okay? The same thing would apply in this instance. Now, I posted multiple topics of discussion in the comment sections on there. You'll see a screenshot of one or two of them. I'm going to try to pull some of the screenshots off my phone as well if I can. I tried to post from my Mac, from my iPad, and also from my Android phone. And after the first post, every time I post, I would get an error message. Now, I don't know if that was Turd Flying Monkey blocking further comments from me, or if there was some type of error on YouTube's behalf. I can't say for sure that he did that he has blocked me from further comments in response to his comments directed at me. But I would say that's highly suspect when you have comments being blocked from 3 different devices with 2 different operating systems. Okay? So I get the impression that he has blocked me from further comments on this topic. He can, and you'll see from some of the things that I was able to post here on the screenshot, he had a very small response in one of them, and the other one seems to have disappeared. I can't pull up any more comments. But in essence, what he says is that, well, then just don't have gay sex. And then the second comment to me was, well, if you masturbate with your hand, then that's gay. These are not accurate comparisons. First of all, humans as well as animals in the animal kingdom have all been shown to have masturbation type behavior. Now, without getting into the nuts and bolts of this and just dragging this down into kind of a sickening conversation, when a male masturbates, he uses his hand typically in such a fashion as to envision or imitate a woman's genitalia. Same thing when a female uses a dildo product or her fingers. She is imitating the male penis. So it is not the same comparison he is making there. What he is trying to do is make justifications for a homosexual in nature type of arousal that he says a male will receive up the anus or the rectum area from a dildo type of toy, right? A penis impersonating type of toy. Now, here's the point I'm going to make to that. Just because a man receives arousal from something up his anus, that does not justify it not being gay. So let me explain that better. What he's saying to me is that, well, this isn't gay behavior because males have a sensory area in the anus, in the rectum area, that will bring further arousal to them. Just because that is a possibility doesn't mean that if you stick penis impersonating type devices up your butt that you're not imitating homosexual or bisexual behavior. Period. Point blank. End of story. If I was homosexual or I was bisexual in nature, I can certainly receive sexual arousal from a man if that was the case. But it still is going to be homosexual or bisexual arousal in nature. Period. Men, we talk about this all the time, explaining things in straight sensibility terms and not with emotion. Turd Flying Monkey has always been one of those examples that I think for the most part of most of his videos, he explains them in a very straightforward, non-emotional, but very factual or almost scientific at times type of explanation or perspective. But he has lost that perspective on this point. Now, let me add to that. I'm going to add this caveat to that. And I said this to him on the post that would no longer post for me, but I'll say it here and I'll send the screenshot of me trying to get it to post successfully. I have no problem if he is a male and he receives arousal or he receives gratification as a male from male impersonating type devices. If he has a homosexual or bisexual tendency in his sexual arousals or desires. Okay? If you have it, that's fine. Here's what I want from you. I want you to own that shit and be honest about it. This is somebody that has released over 2,000 videos talking about the behavior of women and how it is based on emotion and it is not based in factual principles. It's not based a lot of times in reality. And yet here he is on this video trying to justify homosexual type behavior as somehow being heterosexual behavior, sexual behavior in today's world. I have a real problem with that. This is the same type of brainwashing and leading we have going on from the media, from the celebrities, from the movie studios. Disney is one of the worst ones. Always sneaking in and incorporating little bullshit to try and manipulate and to try to brainwash individuals into believing something is normal. Men, those of you out there that understand principles of being a heterosexual male, you know as well as I do that putting a penis simulating device up your anus to receive arousal or pleasure is not something that heterosexual males do. Period, point blank. It is imitating another male putting a penis up your anus to receive arousal, thereby making you either homosexual or bisexual in your thought processes and processes towards sexual arousal and sexual desires. Period, point blank, end of story. You can call it whatever you want to. You can try to manipulate it into whatever you want to, but it is bullshit at the end of the day. Now, I know that this video is probably going to get some of his fanboys in a panty uproar. I get that. I absolutely get that. And I don't hate the guy. I think that a lot of the videos he's done have been very well done. What I want him to be is honest to our community. Own the shit. If you have those feelings and your desires like that, own the shit from day one. But don't mislead our community of men that have been looking up to you for a number of years now, and you have 41 million plus views on your YouTube channel, and you're basically it's all the guys, because he's never giving us any type of, as far as I know, and there may be videos I've missed clues or signals, but he's never given us any type of indication that he has these type of tendencies or desires. If you have them, man, own them up. Own them. I don't have a problem with somebody that says, hey, look, I feel like I may be bisexual in nature, or I may be aroused in this type of fashion, but I also still feel like I could be a contributor to the men going their own way lifestyle, because this is what I can offer. Now, would he have the same position of power that he has now? Probably not. Probably not. The majority of this community is made up by strong heterosexual men. It certainly would give a different perspective on him, and maybe that's why he hasn't disclosed that to his viewership. So I'm giving him the call out right now. I'm going to give him the call out. I know his channel is about, I don't even know what his sub count is, but it's probably 10,000 times over what mine is, if not more. I get that. I get that he's had millions more views than I've had, and he's had his channel up years longer than me. I get all that. But at the end of the day, a fact is a fact is a fact is a fact. You can paint a turd purple, but that turd is not a flower. It's still a fucking turd at the end of the day. Pun intended. Right? So I'm giving him a call out. When you're talking about putting a penis imitating device up your anus for sexual pleasure, you are not a full-on heterosexual male, my friend. You're not. You have homosexual or bisexual tendencies or some type of sexual desire there. Period. End of story. End of discussion. Now, when I went onto his page, one last thing I'll say, I started making these comments, and then they started getting seemed blocked, or they wouldn't post for whatever reason from 3 different devices. I also went over to my page. I have a very low a very low subscription to my channel right now. So it's easy to tell when I've lost a sub or not, because I was just in the midst of getting this channel started when all my shit went down and I ended up in the hospital. But right after I posted my first comment and then came back and tried to respond to his, I noticed I lost a sub, and I hadn't lost any subs for weeks and weeks, even though I haven't done any new videos. I found that very suspect. I remember when I first started the channel, in some of the comments on his videos, I said, you know, look, man, I look up to you. I like your videos. I would love it if you'd sub to my channel and check out my content in the story, blah, blah, blah. And perhaps he had subbed to my channel. But now that this shit has gone down, within seconds of all this going down, boom, I lost a sub. So maybe I pissed the guy off. I don't know. All I'm saying is I would like this guy to be honest and upfront and open beyond the fact that he seems to like this type of sexual arousal. Actually, I'm not mad at him for that. The fact that he has opened that up to the community means he feels comfortable enough with the community to disclose that to all of us. You know, I can respect that. And I'm not a homophobe, so I absolutely respect it. And you know, at the end of the day, if he were to come out and tell us after this video and respond to me, and he were to say, you know what? Yeah, maybe I have some homosexual or some bisexual desires, I'd be cool with that. You know, like, I'm not going to unsubscribe to his channel if he's willing to be honest with himself and honest to all of us. But right now, when he comes out and he says what he says, but then he somehow tries to justify it as being straight heterosexual male behavior in the year 2019, that's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. I'm telling you right now, as a straight male and having had pleasured a lot of women in my day before I became monk, that there is absolutely no way in motherfucking hell that I've ever let a woman stick some type of device up my butt. You can call me a prude, you can call me old-fashioned, whatever you want. I don't really care. I'm telling you right now, straight men don't do that shit. That's men that have homosexual or bisexual desires at a minimum. At a minimum. And they may actually be full-on homosexual or bisexual, disguising it. So I'm making a call out to him right now, and I don't care if his fanboys see my video and send it over to him and he wants to respond to me. He can respond like a gentleman, he can respond like an asshole. I don't care. I'm not the type that gives a fuck. I'm still going to be doing what I do. And as somebody like him that has been a leader in our community, the community, the MGTOW community deserves for him to be honest with us. And when you sit here and you try to justify or tell me this is heterosexual male type behavior, you're not being honest with yourself, let alone the rest of the community. That's it for now, man. All I can say is I'm glad to be back. If there's a God, I thank God that I'm still here. And I can also say to you, appreciate every day you have, because you never know how long we're going to be here. And a couple weeks ago, I wasn't sure I would be here right now. You know, I'm not that old. I'm in my early 40s, and I was in the hospital, laying in the bed, hooked up to all these machines, and I thought, this might be the end of shit for me. Maybe like shit starts flashing before you. So try to find the best things you can in life. Try to find moments to enjoy. Be honest with yourself, like I'm saying here. Be honest with the people around you. Try to treat people respectfully that treat you respectfully. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. I hope to God I can just keep pushing out videos and get moving again on it, because I've missed doing it. I like talking to you guys. And anyway, we'll see you on the next video. I'll try to get another one up this weekend. As always, gentlemen, and if one day I'm not here, remember, stay the fuck red-pilled.
Give me credit where credit be due. Nobody rep you to the way I do. I've been thrown down, nigga, one since day one. Son coming out with what you got, really don't want no word from me would have your whole crew done. Dishing out capital punishment like big puns. Time to shut it down in the club, get fucked up. If you drunk, fuck them, put your fists up.
It's going down tonight. We want you home in that sky.
Time to shut it down in the club, shake your asses. If you drunk, fuck, put up your shot glasses.
Right. 2, 4, 3, 5. Did you stay keeping it alive?
Time to shut it down in the club, get fucked up. If you drunk,